evening. You guys were staying at the manor and had slept in after doing your own little personal errands. Some of us did shopping. But that was your evening. Whereas on the other side of the coin, Elimae had a very interesting evening where she had talked to Urktarl and came up with some sort of arrangement where Elimae devoted herself to him and
disgusting.
Was sort of ceremoniously turned undead.
Awful.
During this transition, the good doctor had actually had a sort of close one-on-one with Urktarl, and immediately the conversation of this book that the good doctor had possessed through the tree, being transported to the farm where he had retrieved this book, the Urktarl was able to gain some sort of insight on what this artifact was and some of the histories of it. While discussing this, had actually slid a sigil, sigil's pronounced, or sigil. I've heard multiple different pronunciations of it, but a symbolic sort of token of what was later to be found out through some research at the Temple of Tyr to be an old representation of the Thieves Guild that followed Vecna specifically. In that evening, going through all of the sort of high stakes and the events going on, it didn't end there. Even through the good doctor attempting to have a restful sleep, was visited by an old friend, should we call her?
Oh, fuck no, we shouldn't.
Acquaintance.
The Raven Queen, the creator and deity of your home. Where you had, I wouldn't say a conversation, but definitely an encounter. Definitely got some information, which ended with you spitting in your own mask in disgust at the treatment of this entity. Elimae woke up in the middle of the night and had been in a box and had discovered the remains of what was left of Herrera in this sleeping chamber. In the morning, the group all met back up. That is when the good doctor with Hal had left to go do more research on the symbol and learned a little bit about Vecna the Undying King. After some discussion, you all headed to the Hags. That's where you were following the locate object, the Hags basket, and had ran into what seemed to be some massive creature that was butchering what you could see was 4 undertakers that were expired, with 2 that were barely clinging on to their lives in the back, and had fought your way through this gob, dealing an obscene amount of damage. We had to do some tweaking on the on thoughts and prayers.
I think he just kind of expended the power of thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. It definitely, it's definitely took some hard hits, but needless to say, the victory was yours. So, defeated the butcher. You had healed the undertakers, and you're all currently following the 2 undertakers that are sort of limping down the hallway, heading back to what you assume to be the Undertaker's realm, like lair. So, as you all are walking, and the 2 Undertakers in front of you are one sort of limping on the right leg, like the right leg is just badly wounded, and the other one is just dragging. Kind of a mixture between, exhaustion, even though, being healed, the amount of damage that they took, the brutality of the butcher definitely did a number on them. So a blend between exhaustion and just defeat, knowing that no matter what, this is going to end poorly for them.
Can I carry one of them?
Huh?
Can I carry one of them?
Carry one?
Do you want to carry a vampire?
Yes.
Can I trip one?
You can carry me. I'm a vampire. You are talking all this shit that I'm undead and a bad
can
person
carry
now.
me?
But
Out of character.
you
How
can
is it?
carry. Oh, got you.
So the two are walking down. What are you all doing?
Just
wanna be behind
following
them.
along- Following along with them.
I think we should split 2 in front, 2 in back. Or
I
3 in
just-
front, 2 in back.
Zombies up front. Or skeletons up. Oh, skeletons should be in the back.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
So tell me what you're doing, because currently they're still walking.
Oh yeah, follow them. I'm right
We're
behind.
creating a barrier. So you said zombies in front.
We'll put skeletons in the back.
Okay.
Or I guess they can go up front. They got swords.
Okay, so
One
we're
on
in
each.
skeletons in front.
Skeletons up front.
Okay.
How
So
long
we're
is the
escorting
hallway?
them.
40 feet, but there are the statues that line the hallway. So I would say between the statues, the actual main path, you've got about 20 feet between you guys.
Should we put one on each side?
And I have no idea.
One on each side so they don't.
I mean, it's 20 feet. Each person is 5 by 5 feet.
So we could fit
For
By the way,
skeletons and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
when we got into the butcher's room, how far away was the basket before I canceled the kid object?
You weren't. I'm gonna say kind of because I also don't remember. I would say that like as soon as the butcher happened, your primary focus was that.
Well, no, I'm saying that, like before I canceled it when we got to that area.
Probably as soon as we noticed the
It was
butcher.
pretty close.
Okay.
so we were heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
See, he agreed.
If
Just
that's
talk
what you're
him into
asking, were you heading in the right direction?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yes.
I'll lead him into these.
Is he?
All right. That way, when we're inevitably wrong, we can just blame him.
Yeah. You told us it was fine.
Yeah.
What was fine?
But never mind.
Gaslighting to the max.
Yep. Anyways.
Gaslighting's not real.
Gaslighting's not real.
Gaslighting's never been real.
So, okay.
Nope.
We're walking them back to Urktaro, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's what we're doing.
Stop saying things that your dad says.
Yep. We head back to Urchel's area.
We got these 2 wounded.
So as you guys are heading down the hallway, you guys are currently right now at about the area where the Undertakers were set up. That room that you had slept in.
Oh.
The storage closet.
Yeah.
Correct. Not the storage closet,
Like
in
the,
that hallway, a little bit further down,
Yeah.
where the Undertakers had supplies and things like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
And we slept
You
with
could use the rod to.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
when the hatch tried to get in. Like,
Correct. And as the skeletons start to sort of make their way in front of the Undertakers, you see the Undertaker to the right sort of just leans on the wall, back to the wall, and then just slides down and kind of puts his head into his hands in between his knees.
What's up? What's going on?
The other one looks over and goes, it's death either way, so
This isn't an option. We told Urktaro we would bring you back. So
Well, technically, we said that we would deal with Herrera's men, so one way or another.
can we contact them?
perhaps we could
is there any
talk.
more of us?
No.
Is there?
I don't know.
Hal's gonna lean down on some.
The last of your.
Perhaps we could speak to Urktaro, and perhaps he could be forgiving to you.
It's not gonna happen.
How many of you were there last you knew?
Somewhere in the ballpark of like 40 or 50.
Every time we think we're done with you, there's more of you. So
Sorry, a little preoccupied being tortured by some sort of
Yes.
demon or something.
interesting. What areas have you already been in? Where were you guys last?
Look, let's not play dumb. I'm trying to find a way out of this. If I can give you information that maybe you guys turn your heads. You seem pretty confident that the Herrera movement has been ended. So, is there a chance we can, like, negotiate?
If you have information to give.
Sure.
What deity do you worship?
Worship a deity.
You don't.
No.
I'm gonna pull out one of
That's
these.
why I'm down
I'm
here.
gonna pull out one of those little symbols I found their fellow people. What is this
Cone?
that is on all of your persons?
He like checks his coat. He's like, I don't have one of those.
It was on the others of your group.
I'm not surprised.
I'm gonna insight him.
Okay.
See if he's trying to like weasel out of this. With guidance. Of course.
Of course.
Well, you know it's a 3. But even with a 3, that is 13.
Okay. He's shaken up, but seems to be honest.
I'll go with a good doctor.
He's gonna shrug and he's gonna pull Elimae aside and he's going to try and keep it down. But I believe our task is to end these men regardless. The best. I'm not comfortable betraying our child's trust.
I agree, but I think we should get information first and then kill them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be sure.
Yes.
Alright.
I already looked up the stats for my dagger, like I was already looking at this guy, like...
Harara worship.
Probably at one point, but I think she kind of looked at herself. No, at some point she probably stopped. Once she got that golem, she kind of thought herself of a chosen one.
So the power went to her.
Wait a minute, why are we talking to her in the past tense? Is she dead?
Extremely.
Yes.
To the best of my knowledge, her head is on a pedestal impaled multiple times.
Surprise!
You followed her because you thought that she had the better way of clearing this place out, correct?
Whoever had a vision to reestablish control, whereas Arctarl seemed interested in petty things, pride, picking on those who had just got down into Undermountain. Arctarl is no real threat, merely just scraping by. Some gold here, some gold there, and that does for a little bit. It can get you a little bit of food, a little bit of water, but it doesn't do anything to really build anything. Herrera had a different vision. The majority of us, I think, were killed by those manticores. We were trying to figure out a way to clear them out, and nothing worked.
Yeah, brother, I rode one of those into the grave. Control would have to, brother.
My apologies, God could not make it this evening, so Gabe is filling in. I should have said that.
Yeah, brother.
You'll make him proud, I'm sure.
A series of ers and uhs.
Oh yeah. Cream of the crop and it's green, brother.
Ooh, brother.
So, that still doesn't answer my question though. Where were you guys last?
Last I remember, I got knocked out dealing with the manticores.
And then dragged probably by the butcher, is that what you can assume?
That's what I can assume.
Do you know anything about the hags?
No.
Insight. Better.
It's probably because you're not spinning your dice.
Well,
Fucking do
I
that,
won't
Daniel.
film, I wasn't spinning it.
Oh. Spin it.
So that's 19.
I asked the question. He just incited it. Why don't I get the information?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Make it
Yeah,
No,
make
he did it. I'm gonna suck, so it's fine.
Yeah, fine.
Can I pick
Good
that?
doctor will incite it too. I want secrets.
I also want secrets.
I ain't doing any better.
I'm not. I got a 3. We're good.
I don't have insight as a skill. This isn't gonna go well. That's a 9. I think I got it, guys.
I got a 4, technically. Check me out.
I can spell you.
Nobody fuck with me on my insight.
Gobsini can smell flies.
Roll for olfactories.
Musk, brother. You're a muscular liar, brother.
You're holding something back from us.
Do you have information on the hags?
I remember when I woke up, the obvious sight of that thing seemingly torturing for fun was enough to take my mind off of things. But I heard other noises in the hallway when the butcher wasn't around. It might have been whatever you're referring to as hags.
What kind of noises? Like, can you give a description of it? Maybe like impersonate it.
Like 3 voices talking in like the same time.
Well,
Chanting.
I do believe that one of the drop-off points for fully intact corpses would be the butcher. He would take them apart. Hags will come to pick up. I believe he is an actual butcher. There's a group of hags who are collecting body parts.
Well, we disassembled one of their cogs of the machine.
I wonder how they're
What are
doing
you
that.
guys doing down here?
We work for Taro. We're clearing out the dungeon for him.
And our
So
own
we just
purposes.
need to leave. We just need to leave.
But where would you go?
You should.
I.
Do believe that.
We know about your-
Nobody chose this.
We know about your nature.
Do believe the surface is very hospitable during the daylight. And with what's that temple called? Well, the Hammers.
Our church of Tyr.
Do believe that the church's tears mighty grasp on the town. I'm sure it'd be hard to walk around. Lots of paladins about.
So leave the city. That can be done.
And what would you do with your life?
Not this.
How did you end up here?
Money, initially.
Were you originally a vampire, or did you become one here?
No, I was originally a scout. That's what I was hired to do.
Who turned you?
Remember, I was sleeping and then woke up.
You were
in some
sleeping
sort
and
of-
they turned you?
That's the last thing I remember. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how it works. I'm still figuring it out.
This was done without your approval then.
Herrera's numbers. Were you originally working for Herrera? Or working under her, perhaps?
Well, her and Urtar were working together when I had joined.
Well, it's a good thing Herrera's gone. I do believe everyone else under Urtar's command was offered. They're well aware of their nature and what was given. I do believe that would explain the numbers and the control. This makes a lot more sense now.
It does.
You were
The other
forcibly
guy
turned by
sits
Herrera,
down on the other side of the hallway, kind of in a similar fashion.
which means
The other guy sits down
He's-
on the other side of the hallway in a similar fashion.
this implies that Herrera transformed you by force.
She was trying to make an army.
Whether or not they wanted it.
Exactly.
I was really fucking good at what I did, so I'm not downplaying what I did, but if you're looking at a guy in a dungeon who is a surveyor who would explore caves and map them out, and now
Do you have those maps still?
I have. I mean, as far as you guys have gotten, is as much as we've explored.
I do believe that our maps are accurate then. To the west, if any of Herrera's men would be alive, is where they would be.
So
But-
should we deal with the hags first and then continue west to make sure?
Their numbers are in the tens, if
Think so?
at best. I
Do you-
believe Urtar would be able to
The
handle
guy that's just sat down is like, so can we fucking go?
But do you know another way out past her trial?
No.
Then you have no
I
choice
kinda
but to go
wanna-
through there anyways.
I'm definitely gonna make eye contact with you and be like, I think it's time.
If you guys can help me out.
Let's escort him out.
The good doctor leans up to him and goes, "Of course." And he takes out his knife and stabs him through the bottom of the
I'm
chin.
gonna walk over to the other guy and
Make an attack roll.
With advantage.
I'll give you surprise for sure.
Can Hal notice his actions?
This is kind of out of character for the good doctor.
But kind of not now.
With his high, he's got pretty
I
high
can't be
dexterity.
surprised, but I'm not being surprised right now, so.
He's proficient in it, so
I'm gonna walk over to the other guy.
Not sure
and
if that
stab him with my
applies to
dagger.
me watching.
Hold on, because
Mhm.
this is happening, and this is immediately gonna alert the other guy.
And I want
22.
Okay, roll for damage.
do I notice he's about to do this prior? Or
No.
No perception check? Okay. So I have no reaction.
9 damage.
Okay.
He's still alive.
Yeah, of course he's still
He's still alive. So you stab him through the throat. You definitely hit his windpipe, so he's struggling to breathe. The other guy immediately.
I'm gonna
puts
cast
palms-
Eldritch Blast. As I watch him get up, because I looked at him and then was looking
We need you to
over.
roll initiative.
Okay.
Can I my skeletons roll? Can I roll initiative? 'Cause
You're busy.
I have
This is
skeletons.
happening right. Yeah, but you haven't
Seven.
rolled that many.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
Do we all roll initiative?
Not
Yeah.
not right now,
Yeah.
just because we're just doing this piece by piece. So, as the good doctor stabs the
I'm
First
watching
enemy.
the other dude.
you immediately turn around and start building up the sort of kinetic energy in your hand and get ready to release it as you see the guy that's leaning against the wall immediately turn to do a small bat, just heads down the hallway.
You must bat after him.
I batted already. I batted when I was fucking around trying to see if I could bat again.
Am I able to
Can I
use
try to
short
turn into a
touch?
bat again? I want to see if I can.
Okay.
Okay.
You try to turn into a bat again, and as you concentrate, it doesn't work.
Of course it doesn't.
As
Okay.
you concentrate.
Alright. Can I roll for initiative?
Oh, it doesn't work.
Okay, so what are we doing with the guy that's against the wall?
Well, Hal
Killing
clearly
him.
sees this now, right?
Oh yeah, I mean
Hal
he's
is
still
gonna
okay.
try to take the good doctor off him. What are you doing?
We have a job.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on this guy now.
But they were transformed.
guy
against
against the wall?
Yes.
When I see him
They were
fly away,
transformed against their own will. They
Roll for an
reserved their
attack.
chance.
They won't have one regardless. It's better than what
when I
Fertile
see him fly
will
away,
do to
can I cast Earthbind
And you
and
know
try
that to be true.
Earthbind
We're doing that
wouldn't
first.
work against a bat, I don't think. Let me double check the wording on
But I
this.
understand what Tana was
or it's
reasonable.
flying speed.
Urtal's unreasonable against traitors.
It's up to 300 feet, but it's in
He
range,
made
so
that
he's at
one
least
clear.
60 feet.
19 damage? No, 16
But
damage.
he should at least be the one to make his own choice to go through there.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Not us, but him.
What's done is done.
Okay, yeah.
And I have
Okay.
time to see this through.
I got 16 damage.
Okay.
Well, I don't see that coming because I'm looking at the good doctor. Fuck.
So yeah, as you're dealing with the good doctor behind you, you just see this purple arcane energy that just blasts him up against the wall, and he sort of just limps over and slides down. Dagger's still causing just a little bit of blood to just trickle out.
Can I still see the bat?
That was your focus. You were casting.
Earthbind.
It's a
try
strength save, right?
Yeah.
To get the bat back.
It's in the if it's in the
So
air.
he stops.
If it's
Okay.
in the air, I don't know if you can cast Earthbind.
No, she still can. She can. Uh-huh.
It puts his flying speed reduced to 0, so at that point I'll just start running.
Let's see here. 16. What's your spell save DC?
Which
15. Yeah, so you do cast it, and you do watch these tendrils come up, but the bat sort of dodges just out of the way barely and heads off
Okay, hold on.
to the edge of your
No,
eyesight.
no, 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 no. I'm gonna start running, but what am I gonna run as?
Okay, you see Ryo starting to run down the hallway.
I'm
Hold
running
on,
after.
Hal is gonna just fucking jerk around. You see sparks of flame coming out of his mouth a little bit. He looks directly at Elimae. He looks pissed and he goes,
We told Arktar we would take care of these men. I am not wrong for this.
"But you do not kill someone who is helpless.
He was not
Who
helpless.
we heal.
He has killed so many people, and you're gonna look at me?
He was transformed against his will."
Maybe.
He has
Okay,
caused so much
so we're
pain.
chasing the bat.
Yes.
Everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
Hal isn't chasing it.
13.
You
14.
stop.
No, he's gonna follow them. But he's not gonna be running.
Gotcha. Okay, so
14.
Hold on. 20 to 25. All right. 15 to 20.
18.
All right. 10 to 15.
14.
13. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Okay. 14. Good Dr. Roy.
13 for good doctor, 14 for
Elimae.
14.
Okay. 5 to 10.
With a god.
Oh shit, yeah.
And it's Gogs.
The 6.
So how you're just running behind? You're not gonna.
Yeah.
He got an 11.
He's gonna make sure that he's nearby to, like, in case something dangerous actually appears, to help them. But he's not fighting.
Okay,
against
so
this
we're gonna
bat.
kind of do theater of the mind here. So the bat currently is about 60 feet away, so right at the edge of your sideline. What are you doing, Rayo?
Ooh,
I'm
Gogs
wild
here can
shaped
make out
into
all
a
these
riding
things.
horse with the speed of 60 feet. It's-
Oh.
Does
And
that
then the
require
good doctor gets
a
on
ritual? Is it ritual casting or is it
There's
just
wild
wild
shape
shape?
is action.
Okay.
It's like half, or not half, a fourth CR rating.
Okay, so you're turning into a horse.
Riding horse.
Okay.
Its speed is 60 feet, so I should catch up to that bitch.
It's still flying.
How
Okay.
high up is it flying now?
About 15 feet. So turn into a horse, and then you're gonna go. What was this? 60? You said? What's the speed? Sorry, right?
60.
60.
It's a large creature, so it's
Okay. All right, Elimae, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to cast Eldritch Blast because it's 120 foot range.
It's right at the edge of your eye line. Go ahead and cast it. Yep.
13.
Just check.
out of the sky.
Where'd you roll? 13.
13.
Hey, you finally got something.
Hey!
Go ahead and roll.
What are you talking about? I just killed that guy.
Yeah, you just killed that guy. What the hell's wrong with you?
8 damage.
Okay.
Did you roll 2d?
So as you
2d10, yeah.
see this very thin line, as this thin line of energy comes down the hallway, you actually can see that Ryan has turned into a horse, like just jumps in the air, full on horse, and starts bucking down. You can hear like the clipping of the hooves against the stonework. And this very thin line
Goes right
just hits this back, sort of pushes it forward just a little bit, but it starts to like not fully flap its right wing. It's taking some heavy damage. You're just running forward.
I'm dashing.
Well, you can't dash.
Well,
You're running
running
your
as fast
action,
as I
but
can.
you're running as fast as you can. Okay.
Still in range, right? I can still see it.
60 feet, yeah.
Alright. I command the skeletons to fire.
Okay. What's their range on the bow?
80.
80, 320. Is that what it is? Oh, you know what? This is why I have this. Oh.
Skeletons, 8320.
Okay. So they have long bows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Let me see. I think it's short bows. Short bows.
I think that's 30, 80, isn't it?
I'm looking at it. It says 8320.
It's a longbow range.
Long. It's fucking stupid.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's not a disadvantage.
What is it? +4. Yeah. 8 on the first hit.
Nope.
That's cocked. 16 on the second.
16 hits.
It's gonna do. Is it plus? I think it's +5. We're gonna roll. 2. Yep. 7 damage.
Okay. So as you watch Elimae's beam sort of light up the hallway, just enough for the skeleton to just take a second and release that arrow, you watch as the beam hits it, pushes the bat up a little bit more. The arrow sort of just comes right underneath it, lifts it up a little bit. Wings fully spread up. You hear.
Does it turn back into a person?
Can't see from this distance.
The good doctor's gonna start walking over.
Okay.
I still actually I would still have my turn. Yeah, I'll dash.
I'd
Okay.
probably make
I'm gonna
it
dash
So
work.
as you guys start running, it does not turn back into a person, but it is not moving.
Damn. All right. Well.
I think we should double check that he's actually dead.
Can I kick him real hard?
You're
Actually,
better
can I
on
use hooves?
You got medicine.
You want to hoof it?
Oh.
You got
Yeah, that's
medicine
my
check.
move, is hooves.
Yeah, so yeah, you just start, no, it's dead, I mean, well, it's unconscious, so you don't need to roll, but you just start hoofing it. stomps the bat out.
Alright.
Alright.
And I'm gonna do like the horse like edit when it's done.
Okay.
Good doctor kind of nods. So look at Hal. He's gonna nod. He's gonna dip his head a little bit. Yes.
I'm here to protect you, but at the same time, we shouldn't condemn people who were forced into this against their will.
They have
To
done
certain
so
death.
much. They have caused so much pain and torture to other people.
It sounds like they were the ones tortured, not the other way around. He was a scout
I do believe
who was
regardless.
transformed against his will into a vampire.
I do believe regardless, anyone in this dungeon is going to suffer. And at the very least, we've ended theirs. I'm
At
sure
least-
Elimae will soon find out that, to the best of my studies, being a vampire is
There's
not
always another way.
There is, and perhaps I chose the wrong one, but what's done is done.
At least include me so I can see.
In the future, I will. You have my word.
Thank you.
And the good doctor's gonna go back, and he is going to, do I still have a zombie in my hole? Or not a zombie, but
A dead person?
That's going on the
I
time.
do! I'm gonna put down the portable hole.
What's in
You
my
do.
hole? What's in my hole? It's stinky in there.
The claw.
Yeah, there's that.
I'm going to summon 2 more zombies. One from.
What's the ritual casting on that again?
It's a minute.
Okay, so a minute for each one.
Minute total.
No, to summon 2.
I target 2 corpses.
Gotcha. Okay.
Meanwhile, Hal is going over to like to each of the bodies and just offering a quick prayer.
I let him do that before I summoned it as a zombie.
Yeah.
Alright, and once he's
Some of
summoned
them are already undead
summon
as vampires.
2 zombies.
Okay.
They corrupt souls.
I paid him just enough.
If I died, would he use me as a zombie?
Without a doubt.
Thank you.
If Hal died, would you use him as a zombie?
Without a doubt.
I can't
The
die, so
holy,
don't
the
use me
holy
as a
light
zombie.
would prevent him from being a zombie.
Herrera's
Does it
gonna
actually?
No.
say differently.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe at a higher level.
So as you guys start walking up to Ryo, after you've cast your zombies, what are you all doing as you guys regroup?
Walking back to Urktarl?
No.
Or back to the Hags?
Back to the Hags.
Okay.
Because I think Urktal would lose his absolute shit if a horse walked in his office.
Probably.
I think at this point I don't
He
think it
expects things,
Nay.
honestly.
Yeah.
He's like,
Send
You
the
guys
chick
are
that was a fly.
I can also turn
and
into
also a
horse.
rat.
Horses?
No. I prefer to use my shape change to use Starborn.
As the riding horse, I would
You can
really
change
love
shape.
to be a My Little Pony
He's a
character.
druid.
So, what's the pink
How
one?
is this news to you?
I don't know.
Okay,
Because
well,
you've never changed into
as a
anything?
horse, I'm a My Little Pony.
I
character.
used Starry form so many times.
To change it to what?
To have a constellation appear on me. That's a shape change ability.
That's not a dinosaur, I don't care about it.
You would also have to have seen a dinosaur.
I have books.
She pulls out an entire
It's a
like
pop-up
stud
book.
That's
You hear those pop-up pages.
Dino ABCs. I'm like,
How's
look at my
goes,
books.
what the fuck is this?
Allosaurus, Brontosaurus,
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
This looks like me and the dragons, but worse.
Yep. That's what it is.
Alright, so what's the plan, guys?
We're heading back to the
Yeah, where we
The
last
butcher.
to the butcher's area.
Okay, alright. So, you head back, and you are in front of the portcullis.
Also, I use
Now-
my Pearl of Power,
the point Achilles.
so I've got one more thing.
Okay.
So is Gob opening up this gate again? Or is it already open?
I don't know.
The portcullis?
Mhm.
It's closed.
So
Good
is
question.
Gob opening this again?
If you'd like to.
Yes,
Am
you
I
would.
louder than usual because
All I know is I got one
horse?
more reaction.
You would
on
be.
my,
Wait, did you say lighter than usual?
Louder.
Oh, yes.
I've got
Because all I can imagine
one
is
more.
just
Because I know I missed one. but I
okay.
think
Well,
the
to
other
keep up with everyone, I am like
Guiding bolt.
softly.
for free.
I don't think
so
the
I mean,
horse
I cast
can
it
walk softly.
for not free.
on
I like it
snow.
only when it's
Pretty,
free.
pretty hard.
Only when it's free.
It's kind of like a toddler trying to walk in heels.
Actually,
Just like
use
slowly.
Super
I only use
proficient.
one. I only use one.
Okay, so are you guys entering the butcher's den once again?
Not entering the butcher's den in particular, but we're walking the same area.
Okay, so you're gonna continue down the hallway.
Yes.
Okay, so as you continue on down the hallway,
You see a bunch of hags like popping kush.
I appear to have lost my tri-erase marker.
There's one over here. You want me to need one?
Yes, I will.
that actually might be his.
I'll play at every turn.
That is mine. That is in fact the one I
No,
want.
I've got 4 in my car.
Alright. I have a single third level slot back up.
I was just gonna come up from behind. Yeah, like your spell is protected from this.
I actually don't have shield, which is weird, but
Yeah, take that.
Okay, so as you guys continue down about 80 feet, you see a door to your right. The hallway ends. This is the very end of the hallway.
alright. On the right, I have a zombie open it.
I would like to roll a perception check.
Oh, I'll let him do that first.
To listen in?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Give him a help action.
I already got advantage, so.
Oh, well, fuck you then. Damn.
Damn, Daniel.
I rolled a 2 and a 3, but maybe I should spin again.
Nope.
Let's see. So it's 3 plus 3, 6, 12.
Okay, so you listen in, and other than the soft of Ryo right next to you.
Shut up!
God, fuck up, stupid horse.
I'm gonna do it again and
Really don't hear much.
I do not hear anything ahead. Still check carefully. And I guess Gob and Hal will take point if Gob wants to.
That's something.
Well, not the zombies, like
Yeah.
behind. Of course, your stuff always first, but like.
I have the zombies up first, gob, skeletons, then the rest of us.
Okay, so who's opening the door?
Zombie!
Okay, so zombie opens up the door.
3 arrows shoot into it.
Eh,
No, they go around. They go around it. Go past Gob and Hal.
Not again.
and you enter what looks to be a cave. It's darker than normal. It's not. You guys can still see, those of you who have dark vision, which would be all of you, I think, except you.
not anymore.
You don't.
But you're a
Because
So
horse.
you're a horse. That's right. You do not
Um,
have dark vision.
But Gob does have the eyes of the eagle, which helps him make out detail.
Hmm.
So
Well, God has dark vision anyway.
yeah, he does it. Well, I'm just saying that he can make out extreme details. Extreme detail.
Passive perception, but I think
That's
I
what
already
eyes of the
had
eagle are
that.
very useful.
No. Yes.
Everybody has
Dark vision.
that's perception. Which is, yeah.
Like
But okay.
soccer.
So, as the zombie, skeletons, Gob, and company start walking forward, the door closes behind you,
By itself.
and and you can start to hear faint drips of water that seem to echo throughout this cave. It's a rough cave, so all the walls are extremely jagged and sort of curl in. This is a very much uncompleted portion of the dungeon that you've been in. And you walk for about 100 feet until you do appear to be in total darkness.
Alright, I have a zombie light a torch.
I'm gonna.
Oh, wait, like even past our dark vision? Alright.
Can I still cast?
Oh, wait, no. I have light. I touch my zombie shirt and
Oh,
it
that's
shoots out like a spotlight.
What? Not daylight though, right?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
It's just light. There's only one spell in the game that would affect you like that, and that's
We
not-
have the
That's-
orb of. No.
Which
Have
of
the-
glow?
We
Yeah.
don't know the
We don't
special
know the
word.
command word. I haven't had time to really do anything with that.
Cool.
Okay, so what kind of light is this?
It is the light spell.
So just have a zombie be a torch walking forward.
No, don't even worry. I've got you.
Oh, okay.
I'm prepared.
Oh, sure.
I know, it's crazy. Alright.
Oh, that's
Touch
fine.
one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension until the spell ends, which is an hour. This is also a cantrip. Sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and a dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Is it that?
Okay. Yeah. So never mind, it's shining, his shirt is just brightly lit.
So a shirt is lit, but it's not penetrating the...
Well, he's just gonna have walk forward so we can. see
Oh, we're in magical darkness.
We need daylight now.
Oh.
Find out the command word. Banana.
As the
Cactus!
skeleton's shirt starts to glow and it walks forward, it just
I want to
disappears.
use detect magic and see if I can find the source of where this darkness.
You wouldn't
is
be able to see it.
Yeah.
Even in detect magic.
Yeah, I mean it blocks out everything.
You do cast detect magic still, but
Nothing.
Alright, so let's sit here.
I'm a
Look at
fucking
your
vampire. I
aura.
can't see in the super
sit
dark.
on a horse.
You can't sit.
Good doctor. We wouldn't have enough time.
Just throw it in the fucking darkness, see what happens. Just start saying random words.
what was your command to the it was a
The-
skeleton, right?
Zombie.
The zombie with the
Zombie.
light.
Yeah.
Forward, but as soon as he loses sight, he says stop.
Was that part of your command?
I mean,
What was your command?
Go
Forward.
for it.
Okay.
As soon as I lose sight, I tell it to stop. As long as it can hear me,
Okay.
then it stops.
They can't hear. Oh god, there's a silent spell in there too.
Can the good doctor hear himself?
Oh, you guys can hear yourself.
But
Yeah,
no,
you're not
with
in the
dark-
darkness.
Yeah, with the darkness is
You're just
being
right at the
silent.
right at the edge of it, the event horizon.
There might be a
I-
silent spell there. Which means we can't cast stuff.
Can we cast stuff?
Certain spells that require some magic components we can't cast.
Nope.
Verbal,
If you,
verbal components. though.
nope. If you have a spell focus, it ignores all those.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. I have one of those.
Shit. Right. The good doctor's going
Oh,
to.
yeah, you get the path.
He's gonna look at his friends. He goes, "Well, into the unknown," and the good doctor's gonna step into the darkness.
Okay.
I'm
Why
gonna,
don't we-
I'm gonna try to get in front of the
No,
No.
we should grade school this. We should chain together and go in.
But yeah, let's attach ropes
Let's
to
grab
each
my tail.
other. First, how's gonna stop them? Let's attach rope to each other.
This is a good idea, actually.
And stay within 5 feet.
Good. We keep a rope tied. I'm gonna include that to my skeletons and zombie.
Okay.
And we're gonna grade school this
So
and
50
move on.
feet of rope is enough to account for all of you.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out some of my rope and do that.
Okay. So what's the chain of command here?
Zombies.
Zombies, then Gob and Hal, and then I think Good Doctor.
Then me.
I probably need to be at the end.
Do it.
Okay. Are you sticking with your horse?
Yeah, because that's my second wild shape, so I'm just gonna keep it for right
Milk it out. I got you.
All right.
I mean, if you get hit, that's its own separate hit pool.
I love being a horse. They're so goddamn regal.
All
Their
right.
Okay.
muscles
So who's
are
going
bigger
first?
The zombies and skeletons.
Okay. And what is your command?
Forward until you feel a tug.
Okay. What side of the hallway are you guys on?
I have an idea. Why don't we make the skeleton or the zombies go ahead with like enough rope? Because if we're immediately right behind them and
Which one,
something
right?
happens to them,
We keep 15 feet of rope between us,
Us
and,
and
the
the-
expendables.
yeah.
Whoever's close to me
And the
can feel
help.
my thermal cube.
Okay.
All right.
Roll a d6 for me.
You know, I probably could have used augury and asked my god if this was a good idea.
All right. Well. All right.
Daddy
We walk
mess.
forward.
How many? Give me the number of the zombies and skeletons that you have.
There are a total, including the one that went in there.
No.
There is two. There's one zombie and two skeletons.
Okay. And then Gob, and then the rest of you.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And there's how much distance between you all?
There is
15 feet between us and the.
expendables and then 5 feet between us.
Okay.
So we're like within. We could touch each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dance if you want.
So, as you guys start to enter in this darkness, you do feel the tug of the rope. A forward tug as
Ooh.
the rope jerks forward.
Oh.
It just jerks forward for a second, and then it doesn't jerk forward, and then about 15 seconds later you hear a pew,
So it's a hole.
like a splash.
A
I'll
splash.
stop.
You feel the second tug.
And we're gonna stop walking now.
I tugged on the rope.
Okay.
You just hold him.
Okay, so that was.
Your two.
So we can hear
zombies.
things. We can hear things here. So there is no silence.
There is silent. There's no silence. We hear it.
There's
So-
no silence. Just darkness.
Okay, so that means one of my zombies is still here.
Say, come over to where my voice
My name
is.
is. It wouldn't be able to do that super well. It's a zombie.
Keep walking.
Can I
forward
roll?
until you hit a wall.
Well, technically, if the zombie fell down, how much damage does it take? Because I would have to roll for undead fortitude.
Can they swim?
Everything can swim. They would just have a half speed. Even then, they don't need to breathe.
But can they swim? Well,
They could just walk along.
Do
the
we
floor
hear any
and-
running
yeah,
water?
that's true. Okay,
Do we
alright.
hear any running water?
You hear like water ambience, like you hear drips and things like that, but as far as running water, you don't.
Okay, you're safe. Because running water hurts vampires.
Yes.
It's like acid to you guys.
It is. It is a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Assuming that's how
You
he
can get
runs
on my
it.
back.
So if you see a river, just don't go into it.
What is a horse's strength?
If it's a lake, you can go into it. If it's a river, you don't go into it.
Okay. So both of them take 5 damage each.
Oh, okay, they're fine. Oh wait,
Damn, they hit water? They
no,
hit
it was a zombie and a skeleton because. Oh yeah. No, did both the zombies walk down that hole?
You heard 2 splashes.
Oh my god! Wait, if one fell down, we all go down. Unless it was a small drop.
Oh, as far as like when they start falling, they let go. I'm not gonna have it to where like
tied.
trash.
No, we were holding on.
He's holding on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I would've loved it if you
Even
were
so,
dying.
even so, I don't think 2 zombies would be able to move all of us. From
That's
falling.
true. All right. The good doctor kind of.
Hal weighs like 300 pounds.
There is a hole in front of us. My help has fallen in.
Time to jump in.
Can you turn into a fish?
I mean, I could, but I don't want
I
to.
don't think that would be necessary.
But I don't
There's a
want
couple
to.
of
I have a
seconds as you guys are discussing this,
I
and
have a
you
bow.
hear a massive slam into the water. You can go ahead and delete those 2 from your command.
So
That
was
didn't sound pleasant.
a zombie.
Let's go around where we heard that sound.
That was a zombie and a skeleton. There was something in the water, y'all.
So, Hal's gonna get on his hands and knees,
Elimae is gonna start backing up.
and he's gonna feel the ground for like a ledge.
Okay, you go about 10 feet forward, and you do indeed feel what seems to be a well-carved edge.
I'm gonna trace that with my weapon. Just
Okay. So as you follow your hand about 15 feet, your forearm bumps into some sort of post.
There's a post here. I've traced the.
There's a bridge. This is a moat.
We don't know what's in the water.
If it was able to dispatch my help so quickly, it's nothing that we want to face.
Yes.
Good doctor's going to go to where Hal is very slowly. He's definitely like feeling around.
Well, you got the rope too, so.
Yeah. And he's going to go to where that post was. And he's going to feel next to it to see if it's a bridge.
You do indeed feel, as your left hand traces up the post, 3 very thick ropes that sort of descend down a little bit.
Do we wish to?
Did you have another help that can go across?
Yes. I'm gonna send my. Oh, the next. I don't know where the next zombie is.
Skeleton.
I yell for the zombie, or I don't yell. Say, for the zombie to follow my voice. See if it comes to me.
Okay.
Splashes with the water.
It takes 1 step back and bumps into you.
Oh. I go and I'm kind of like touched by the shoulder, but walk along this bridge.
Okay. So it walks on for about 20-25 seconds, and then the noise sort of goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be feeling the rope to see like.
Yeah, if there's anything shaking.
It's moving, but it's taut. You don't feel any sort of like sudden,
Yeah.
you know, like. no,
That's
no,
what I was feeling.
Yeah,
for.
I kind of figured out that's what you were feeling for. No, it seems that, yeah.
I suppose we can cross.
I am very skeptical of this because if something happens and I fall in the
I
water,
can transform and get away.
I can't. So can I
It's okay,
Misty Step
I'm
in
safe.
the air? Like if I cast Misty Step while I'm falling, could I Misty Step somewhere 30 feet away?
Do we
You'd
know
have to
how
see
deep
it.
this water
You can't
is?
see
So
it.
you can.
Do you know how deep this water is?
No idea. I know it would have to. If they took 5 damage, it would have to be.
There is something in it now though with them.
So how is, I guess, if goblins to come with them too, they're gonna take point on walking
Hey.
across the bridge.
Wait, there's no silence, so you can yell if you get across the bridge.
I'm not going to yell.
You can let us know that you got across the bridge. safely.
Chug on the rope. Shake.
Yes, I'll tug on it.
Okay.
Alright, I tell my zombie to go with Halaseliax.
Okay. In front or behind?
In front of him.
Okay. So the zombie starts walking, and you guys sort of watch as the.
Oh, I guess the zombie's already across.
So did you have him come back?
No, I guess I'll have my skeleton leap forward for you.
Okay.
Did you say we watch? I thought we were in darkness.
We can feel.
You feel how leave.
Correct. So yes, sort of keeping both hands
Yeah.
on the ropes, you sort of listen for the skeleton in front of you and sort of make your way across, and you get over there, and the two of them are just at that very edge. You gotta kind of like squeeze in between the zombie and the post to like get on land.
Is there still darkness?
Yes.
I'm gonna tug on the rope.
Alright. We head across.
Okay.
You're a horse. I would recommend not to be a horse.
Yes.
We don't know how sturdy this bridge is.
Why am I 300 pounds?
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
horse
standing
weighs
literally
more.
It does.
as close to him as fucking possible.
If it didn't
I'm right
shake
next
that
to you.
much when I was.
Alright.
Are you in front or behind?
Behind.
Okay.
Don't fucking roll for anything. Put those
He was
dice.
drinking.
God damn it!
Steel reaches back there.
Surprise dice!
Quench your thirst.
Alright, yeah, we head across.
Okay.
I'm unhorsing.
Alright.
I have no more wild shape left.
You'll be fine. We alright.
Pity.
All right. So, good doctor, you start making your way with Elimae like almost breathing on your neck. As you step across, you do hear a distinct squeak on a board, and as you step on it, I need you to roll dexterity saving throw.
Damn it!
I got lucky.
Did you roll?
No. I never. I just got lucky walking through.
You have luck.
Lucky feet!
Wait a minute. Didn't you use all those? Or
No,
you
I didn't. I still have 2 left.
Okay. All right.
Actually, used one that last time.
14.
Okay. So, as you're walking, and the good doctor's right in front of you, you feel just a little bit of a movement of a board. You're just being paranoid.
God damn it!
He got you these lucky feet though.
Ryo changes back into herself, walks across.
She goes through the board.
And you guys make your way to the sort of all grouped up together, sort of just recounting that everybody actually made it.
I'm gonna hurt you.
That was
I had to.
Roll call, God.
Oh yeah, brother. I'm still right next to you, brother.
The doctor.
I'm still so weird. I'm still right.
Ryo.
Harvey, DMing.
What's up?
I know it's super awful. It's also terrible.
Having
Okay.
conversations with
Turn
yourself.
Okay.
I hate having multiple NPCs.
Yeah.
I wish I were a horse again. I'm gonna be a horse more often.
Okay, so
I
now what?
suppose you could send your zombie forward.
Back to the rope.
Yep. I give my zombie a rope. I give it like 20 feet of slack, and I follow it like I'm leashing a child.
At Disney.
Okay.
I've got my little moped.
Come here, boy!
They see me roll and
Huzzah!
they hate it.
So white and dirty.
Alright, so as you all get back into positions, grab onto your rope, give yourself some distance. Elimae a little bit further behind than last time. You guys start to walk forward, and as you clear out of the darkness, there's almost like this cold that immediately hits you, and you immediately get the stench of not decay, herbs,
Hot.
fungus, mold,
I'm getting lit up in here today.
plant life,
Fungus.
really thick plant life, like you almost feel like you are in some sort of like natural environment. The stonework that you're used to in this dungeon turns in, it's very organic. There you see trees clinging onto the stonework, these massive barks, these trunks that kind of cling up and almost are pulling on the ceiling. As you make your way down and cross a stream going over a river, like this almost like mud, compact mud, this makes this little bridge. You see this
So
it's like you can see, yeah, this almost like dark green sort of resonance around the lighting. You see multiple cages that are hung up that either have long dead animals that are way past even smell, or piles of herbs, or even skeletal systems or two. You see massive bookcases that are just completely stuffed and filled with tombs and books and
I'm gonna catch them all.
Good Doctor is moving so wait.
I'm gonna
I know.
roll perception.
I'm gonna also roll perception because I have a strong suspicion I know where we're at.
okay.
Are there mushrooms around?
Oh, you definitely get the sense. Yeah, fungus. Yeah.
Gob also has advantage on perception if you want to roll for him.
Alright, well, Good Doctor didn't get high.
Natural 20 with a +3 and a +6, so 29.
Okay. So what exactly are you trying to pick out other than what I'm describing?
Bad things.
Pretty much bad. Yeah. I'm trying to scan the room, see if I see any movement or hear anything.
Okay. So as you're scanning the room, you do see there are several half-wall dividers, and you can see that some of them, like from the distance that you guys are at, the closer ones, some of them have podiums, some of them have bookcases, desks, things like that. The further ones back, it's kind of hard to see from the angle, but you do see in the very back of the room, which kind of has this sort of cathedral sort of ceiling, again, but it's all made of tree trunks and vines. A familiar face, a hag, presents herself, and you see almost in unison 2 other hags come out from the sides, and the 3 of them in the same pose, same facial expression, and every similarity there is. Just look at all of you approaching.
Do you serve Vecna?
Come closer.
No, thank you.
Hard to hear from this distance.
We'll speak louder.
Elimae,
I don't
mind casting magic.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Very strong. Multiple schools.
Everywhere, all over.
Oh, yeah.
Is there... Oh, you wouldn't be able... Evocation.
Check my notes.
You're looking for... Because the Good Doctor would also tell you this.
Or illusion.
You're looking for evocation, illusion, and enchantment magic. Anything that would befoul the senses.
Or blow us up.
I mean, throughout the entire room, you almost get all schools of magic.
Everything, all of it.
The Good Doctor
What's the
pulls...
hesitation?
The Good Doctor pulls out a symbol. He's gonna pull out the Vecna symbol. He goes, I'm on a path. Do you want to walk this path, or are you a servant to it? As the Undertakers are.
Well, there are designers of paths, and then there are walkers. We tend to be the ones that define them, but don't interact with them.
The Good Doctor walks forward.
Hal's gonna follow close behind. Make sure he's safe.
And he has his help also go forward.
So as you start to walk, how you find it's harder to walk, and almost get to a point where you stop walking. The same with your help. It just becomes you walking.
Is there anything I can roll to?
You tell me.
The Good Doctor kind of turns towards you and goes, I've been set on a path.
I'm gonna try to do like a wisdom roll.
You can attempt to. Go ahead. Roll a wisdom saving throw. Or a wisdom check, whichever one you would get.
Look at you and be like, are you okay?
As okay as I can be.
Should I be concerned?
Most definitely. But I'm still walking forward.
Okay.
Alright? The Good Doctor evens out his keep
That
going.
would be a 19.
Okay. You, through sheer will of fighting, are trying to figure out exactly what's stopping you,
I'm trying to like push forward still.
and nothing's working. Nothing at least at your disposal at this moment. The 2 on the sides
I'm like ripping my symbol too. I'm like,
split the view with you in the center and look at the rest of you and go, one at a time, both at the same time. Say this. You wait your turns.
I want to go next.
So I want next. I'm next in line. Get the fuck behind me.
Yo,
And then they
Hum
rejoin.
defiles my friend.
And as they sort of slide in, they actually overlap each other, and you see the faces start to actually interact with each other as you watch the arms sort of almost like a trace start to move in unison. You say you're on a path and you want answers.
Oh god, you gotta make a deal with the hag.
I have answers. Lots of them.
If they're
Not
not,
without.
Can I hear this?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Not without an offering, of course.
I've got an offer. These nuts.
the good doctor
Deal.
is going to put down his bag of holding and he's going to show the golem and goes, "Is this one of yours? As an offering, I'd be happy to return it."
The three of them lean down. A much older prototype.
The butcher was incredibly crafted.
Yeah. It was a shame that connection was severed.
It was.
I'll have to find another.
Don't look at me.
They hand you an apron!
Oh, God's probably got the
Oh no, Gob does have the apron.
Yeah.
The kiss. Like, he turns it around. He's like,
Mild setback, but depending on what you have to offer, maybe it's a way of introductions.
Make them read the book.
And you see as her very long. You're used to this because of your connection with somebody. The same sort of very bony, jointed fingertips with long nails. Sort of just finger in the air.
Would this be a suitable offer?
No.
Knowledge for knowledge.
There's definitely nothing he would know that
You got your
they
book.
wouldn't.
Why are you such a bitch?
I can do
I
that.
don't think they know that one.
That's it.
That's not trustworthy enough. I don't think the good doctor would actually.
Ezekiel, you want to become a powerful necromancer, yes? So, what would you give? There's
Don't make
only
any
so far
deals
that you
that
can
you
go
regret,
with
Doctor.
studies. Those who are great and have been written about have been given gifts, never earned them.
Make your own path. Do not make bad deals, Doctor. Hal is just back there like.
While your
Trying to be
skills
opposing
are
force.
great, I do believe I have already indebted to somebody else. And I do believe you already know this.
So I'm here to help. Build a bridge of sorts. And she sort of chuckles.
They all chuckle.
He's already interfered with someone else. I think there's a breach that is there already. I just have yet to walk it. Or at least find it.
I can be that help. I know how I can help, and I know that you need it. I'm just not gonna do it for nothing.
He is strong enough to find his path on his
You will silence your tongue.
Okay, mommy.
I have 3 spirits in my possession. I can give them to you. And those would be, just so you're aware, those would be the indebted ones.
Mm-hmm.
I could give you 3. Would this be a suitable offering? They've served me well in the past. All monsters and folklore that I've collected on my journey.
Make a persuasion check.
I wish I could give you guidance, but I can't touch you from here.
I'm not good at persuasion. Is that cocked? I think that's cocked.
That's cocked for sure.
Sure. It's an that one.
The spirits help me.
How about this? I'll take the 3. I do like 3s.
Fucking Hags.
Now,
Everybody they always love free.
you are on a path,
Ready? 3.
and I want to be part of this path. I can't interfere with it. But maybe at the end, maybe during your last moments, you let me walk the earth one last time. Feel the sand at my feet, the sun upon my skin. I have not felt that in many, many centuries.
Can I roll an insight on that? Because I think I know what she means. I just want you to confirm it.
You could just confirm it.
Is
You
that
don't have
a
to make a
wisdom?
roll for it.
So that's a wisdom check,
Yeah,
right?
that's a wisdom check.
For insight?
Yes.
I have
21.
+6, but I don't know.
Hell yeah.
21.
It's so hard to tell. Like, you know enough about hags to know that they are very. Any deal that they make
She's
is in
asking
their
to
favor.
take my body when I'm about to die.
As far as the details, you're not sure, but you know that it's typically it.
Are you asking to have my body when I die?
I cannot meddle in the balance. So I will not possess you. I unfortunately do not have that kind of control. Merely the moments before the expiration.
This could be in any number of things.
Imagine you become a lich, you just deny that entirely.
She looks behind her at multiple tombs that are presented, and she looks at you and she goes, "They're merely at my fingertips. All of your questions of gods and things beyond gods. Who keeps the balance between the gods? Are all here. You have this one moment to possess knowledge that is unfamiliar to mortals."
Good doctor's gonna pull out the book. And he's gonna say, "Are you already aware of this in my position?" Oh.
There may
Think
be a
carefully,
working
good
relationship here. I promise to make you one of the most powerful necromancers that surely the Sword Coast has ever heard of.
Under the control of others.
Even without touching the surface ever again, they will know your name. I do need things from you, though.
What do you need?
We'll start with the first deal.
Just give me a moment. Fuck.
Her long fingertips start to tap onto
Your cheek.
the tabletop nearest her. Ezekiel, you know you're here because a lot of this is already pre-written. You're hesitating because you're going against the grain.
Think carefully.
I think for a moment, like as he hesitates, he thinks back to the Raven Queen, trying to pull him away, and the good doctor extends his hand.
She takes out her almost dripping
Ew.
hand and grabs onto you and curls in her fingers all the way around the backside of your hand and pulls you in a little bit and goes, good. And as the hand grabs onto you, you feel a little bit weaker. A little bit clearer, but a little bit weaker. And the deal is sold. Let us take this somewhere else. And she grabs onto your forearm, and you guys watch as they disappear.
Can I walk forward? So, or am I still stuck in place?
When they disappear, you can in fact walk forward.
I'm exploring this room. I'm going through this
There are
shit.
no longer 2 other hags.
Don't do that.
It's just the 4 of us hanging.
I think it's a hag with mirror image on it.
As you
Makes
all
sense.
are in this empty room, we're gonna have a moment so you guys can take a break.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, sweet Lord.
Don't worry.
I don't know how bad I fucked up.
Don't
but-
worry. Hal will break any curse on you. Remove curse.
Does that work?
Hashtag remove curse.
A lot of times, yes. If it's a curse, I mean, if it's not a curse, then...
Sam, if you wouldn't mind shutting that door, please.
Oh.
Ezekiel, the moment that she grabs onto you, you are taken to a very windy beach. It's very dark. You can see what little bit of very lingering sort of light from the horizon is just enough for you to see a little bit in front of you. And as the lightning hits way off in the distance, it's enough to just backlit the silhouettes of the 3 morphing and sort of contorting into each other. As they start to talk, they're all talking in unison and they're echoing. And they go, let us extend a hand. And you see this hand come out of the darkness, and then the lightning hits, and then the hand vanishes again. And they go, you may ask each of us a question, and we will answer it as a token of good faith.
Can I roll an intelligence check for the good doctor? Because he knows a lot about that now.
Sure.
And he knows a lot about the Raven Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Would he be able to piece together what I, Gabriel, have already pieced together that we talked about? That, like, Vecna's trying to get into the Shadowfell, and he's trying to use the good doctor? I can roll an intelligence.
There's nothing for you to confirm. You can. Are you wanting to ask?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that's something that would be in the realm of possibility that the good doctor would know. I don't want to like metagame here because I know we talked a lot out of character and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, as far the good doctor has very limited knowledge on what's going on. You know.
So
like even the name Vecna is not. You know more about Vecna than the good doctor does.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
More lightning in the background.
The good doctor's gonna grab the book, and he's gonna say, "Was this given by Vecna?"
As the lightning illuminates them again, it hits behind you and illuminates their face, and you see one of them sort of present themselves out of the 2. And the one goes, many have written in this book. Vecna was most certainly one of them. You may be the next. And then the face leaps back into the darkness.
That didn't answer my question. Oh. All right.
You have 2 more questions.
And now I'm thinking. Oh, fuck. So you said I felt a little weaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is this weakness I came across upon this deal?
The second face presents itself as the other two sort of kick the sides. And the one goes, life is but chance and opportunity. You are enabling us to take one of those chances. So when you find yourself fallen, try to get back up sooner. And the face returns.
Son of a bitch.
From here forward, Ezekiel has only 2 death saving throws.
Whoa.
You have one more question.
And that's how you When do we begin my schooling?
The third phase presents itself. And this one actually starts to walk across the beach and come up to you. It's the sort of older version. You can tell it's the same person,
Yeah.
but in different age progressions. There's a younger one, 20s, 50s, and then 90s. The old one comes up and goes, you're not one of faith, but surely you're one of history.
Yes.
You know of the endless, correct?
Would the good doctor know this?
Make a religion check.
We said we use intelligence for that though,
You
right?
can either use intelligence or religion. I'll give you both because it's studying.
Correct. Please have plus 8 to that bad boy. Dirty 20.
Okay. The endless are some of the most powerful forces, not even known to man. They're so mysterious. They are above gods. They are not considered gods. They are the balance. They're a family, is how they're presented. And it is death, delirium, despair, desire, destiny, destruction, and dream.
You know what? Let me fucking write that down because that is. Alright, so
Death,
destruction, delirium, dream,
despair, desire.
delirium, destruction, dream, despair, and desire.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
They are known as the Endless, the family that keeps balance in the universe. Gods are created by mortals having belief. Gods die not by physical trauma, most likely. It is forgetting, not praying, not engaging. That is where gods ascend and descend in power, is through the dedication of mortals. These forces are not tethered to mortals at all. They control everything and keep balance, but they have nothing to do with, their power does not derive from mortals. And the woman looks at you and goes, as time goes on, it's only inevitable that they fail. In fact, one of them is already being kept as a possession. Dream. You may have noticed that it's been a little bit easier to enter your psyche and call you. It's been easier because of his disposition.
So wait, is she saying the endless dream is calling me? Or
Dream. She goes on to tell, Dream has been captured. Dream, or Morpheus, created a nightmare called Corinthian. And Corinthian has betrayed Dream and tempted a lich by the name of Magadoth into summoning and trapping Dream. Dream has been there for about a year. And as we, the Fates, see it, he'll be there for much longer. Dream being gone has made it harder for gods to communicate. Makes it easier for us to enter. Magadoth is a very well-known serial killer. In Undermountain and in all places, having a reputation for tempting wizards and sorcerers to his castle to kill them, strip them of their talents and of their arcane knowledge and powers. It is no wonder Dream was so irresistible. But he doesn't know what he has. Here's my deal. I need you to do two things. This is how I will unlock all of the doors that you so desperately are searching for keys for that don't exist. I need you to retrieve the item in Skullport that you keep dreaming of. You know its location. You just need to find it. I also need you to retrieve Dream's items. He has 3 of them. He has a stone, a sandbag, and a helm. I need you to bring them back to me. And I will teach you how to raise an army of the most powerful beings this earth has ever seen. You. And they all 3 say it at the same time. How to become more powerful than any bringer of undead. And then you're back at the Hags lair.
So well done.
And they are gone. Alright guys, you can come back in. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and take a break right there. That's even better time than any.
God.
So we'll be back instantly. I don't know why I keep doing this. Like you're gonna have to wait. You won't have to. Spoiled. Free subscription. Immediate access to all this. Lucky you. All right. Welcome back.
I genuinely thought they were hags.
I genuinely thought Vecna had something to do with this, but I think this is kind of beyond that now.
So
I guess he's part
as
of
you
it.
guys, it's almost instantaneous as you watch the 3 and the good doctor disappear, that the good doctor almost in a pushed rush like re-enters the room and sort of like has to like stumble and get his balance back, but he is now facing you guys.
I'm gonna
Are
run over to him.
the hags back?
Can I move?
Just him.
Did you find out where the mushrooms
Yes.
are here?
I can move. I'm gonna go run towards him and make sure he's okay.
I'm unharmed. Much happened.
What did you learn?
They were not hags.
They were not.
They, to the best of my knowledge, were the Fates.
Would Hal know anything about this? Is it religion check?
Make a religion check.
Okay.
Or an intelligence check. Either one.
Intelligence.
I want to make a religion check.
What'd you get?
Oh, I got it. Terrible.
I got a 6.
Would that be like a history check?
No.
Yeah, I'll accept that too if you're proficient in the
8.
8.
I got an 8.
I'll say that you guys have heard the name the Fates, but as
I'm
far
gonna go
as,
to the temple later and just
as far as any details on it, like
We know it's Sprinkle.
The good doctor kind of, like, he just sits down. He kind of like,
I'm gonna go put a hand on his shoulder.
I'm gonna sit next to him.
What did they take from you?
opportunity. I believe if I was mortally wounded, it would be more difficult for me to return from that.
And what was your prize for that?
A promise.
He just cocks his head. Does this have to do with the Darkus?
No, this is far beyond it. There is forces beyond gods. There
Blasphemy!
Cast smite. They are, to the best of my knowledge, called the Endless. There's many of them, but one in particular has been enslaved. It's known as Dream. Also, oh shit, I literally wrote it down. My brain wants to say this stuff, please, so bad. Morpheus. The dream I've been having is of an item that is just on a shelf, overlooking a town. Unfortunately, I have learned that this item is Morpheus, and it is in the possession of a lich.
And what exactly is this Morpheus?
Dream. It is an endless.
Concept of dreams?
Yes. The embodiment of dreams.
Do you think it's calling for help?
Yes. I have been tasked by the fates to return him.
Well, if it is the lich that we should have to fight, then I will be by your side.
Oh, I will gladly kill this thing. It strips knowledge. It does not. It simply kills. It's mindless. It's primitive. It's been given power that it woefully misunderstands.
Did you find out
It
what
is
the Hags are doing here?
It is a simple killer. It lures wizards such as I and kills them, and tortures them, and ends them. And that's all it does.
But why?
Well, for no reason other than self-aggrandizement.
From what I understand, liches are intelligent.
I would have assumed so as well, but it appears all that have been given this gift do not use this properly.
Something might have happened to it then.
And it's for our best benefit to destroy it.
Yes.
What are you doing?
It is a lich.
I'm gonna look to see if the books are still there.
I saw
Which
them.
books?
There was a bunch of tombs and stuff on the
Oh yeah, all the books are there.
Shall we read over these?
Do not. I'm not sure if I have permission.
Hal is just gonna toss he's just on the ground and touch one. He's not even gonna grab it, he's just gonna put a little.
That's a lot of dice, Theo.
Take 16 psychic damage as you make contact with this book.
It seems we do not.
That hurt.
Owie.
Rogel Dart in the Emperor's Sex of Speech just, ouch.
Ouch.
My magic pain glove.
You're hurting me.
I put on my magic paint and my hand fell off.
As you pull your arm back, you look above and you see a raven that is sitting above, like at the very top of the bookshelf, that tends its beak into the wood and then flies off into the darkness.
Is it going in a particular direction?
It's going just the way you guys came.
I'm gonna follow it.
I'll
Wait.
follow the doctor.
Wait, you said a raven?
Do you think she watched you? Think she was
I'm
here?
sure she was.
She probably wasn't in the realm with you wherever you went, but she was in here.
Should we follow her?
Oh my god. Wait, I might have fucked up big time.
That's 56. 46.
Can I go mushroom foraging while we're here?
Mushroom forage?
Or make place. Yeah, circle mushrooms.
What would I, what would, that would be
You're
perception
gonna fall
or
into the pit
medicine?
of death.
What are you trying to, just any mushrooms?
Well, and if I know any, if they're poisonous, I obviously do not want to collect them. If they're magic, I would very much.
I wouldn't touch it.
Make an intelligence check.
If
Can
Hal
the
was
doctor
seeing you
take-
going to
Hold
grab
on.
something, I
What's that?
would not touch anything in here.
I
You
think
saw
I
what
just
happened
fucked
to me.
up so bad.
Do you want to do shrooms?
I think I just,
Yeah.
I think you
We're
like.
going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
I literally got hit by magical energy from a book.
hope you didn't pull that shit on me. I'm gonna be so fucking mad at you.
I got a 10.
I'm gonna beat you with the stick, dude. I'm gonna break your fucking kneecaps. I think he just fucked me over.
Don't worry.
We're in a very different campaign, y'all.
How
I-
can I help you?
Well, no, you don't understand. I think the good doctor was talking to the Raven Queen the entire time.
Oh my god. Bamboozle.
So, what do you want
Ah!
I
Freaking
rolled a
hell,
10 for
something
mushroom
that's-
foraging.
to do? Huh?
I rolled a 10 for mushroom foraging.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll grab
so
a couple
mad.
mushrooms. I'm not sure what they
You don't know. It's
species
slightly
they are.
combined.
The good doctor
We'll grab
opens
a
up the fucking spooky book. So see if
The
anything's
spooky book?
changed.
It's quieter than usual. Nothing's changed though.
Do you mind if I see what's inside?
The spooky book, is that what you're calling it now?
Yeah.
Just
I
for
mean,
identifying purposes?
for
in
the
the future?
identifying purposes. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes me feel better.
I was gonna ask, do you mind if
You would be unable to read it. Any who's laid their eyes is just seeing scribbles. And the good doctor shows you a page.
I'm gonna look at it.
I want to peek at it too.
I need to check my notes. Hold on 1 second.
Because they've tried reading it before, and they just read it as scribbles.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Change
check,
the-
but I want to kind of like.
Change. Be like, it says, the good doctor called you a bitch back there. What? You fucking told her. Your book told on you. It's a snitch. Yeah, he said you guys are ugly.
Might have to take a step outside.
Panicking?
A
Mildly?
little bit. Because if
Got his
I just
phrase.
made a deal with the Raven Queen, then like
You're fucked?
my whole dream for this character is fucked.
Yeah.
So Hal was like, hey, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Do your own path. Don't listen
Don't
to these
do
creatures.
Well, technically, he didn't make it. He already offered payment. Like payment was taken.
Okay.
To the hat.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Because your character is good aligned, correct?
yes.
Okay.
If this is what I'm not attuned to it.
No, you're not.
Okay. That's good. That is a fat 23.
Okay. As the words start to present to you, you start to read vile, and you hear a voice in your head that you have not heard since you've been in Undermountain. A voice that goes, "I'm sorry that I sent you here. Don't read this."
Don't I recognize that voice?
Yes.
Is it by God? He's gonna back away from it.
Did I see anything?
It is a book of vile deeds.
I heard the motto in my head.
A path has been chosen for me,
He told me not to read this.
and I already have. The good doctor's gonna put it back in his bag of holding.
Okay.
He's gonna pray later. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck do you mean you're sorry? You
So,
sent me here. You told me to
is
come here."
there anything else in this room?
You sent me
Oh,
here.
it's filled. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, is there any other path?
No. No, so it sort of, ironically, it kind of looks like a mushroom. Whereas you guys walked through the bridge and then walked through, there are several alcoves and then it sort of like clouds out.
Is the darkness still there?
If you look behind you where you know the bridge is in that direction, you can't see past.
Okay.
You kind of have a good idea where you're at. You should be able to see a little bit further, but it doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
Alright.
You said there were books.
Oh yeah.
I literally
The
touched
books
one
that
and it.
literally almost that did.
No. Let me do it.
Alright.
You saw Hal get like fucking shunted back from psychic damage. You said Hal.
Mobrick 2.0.
That hurt.
That hurt.
That hurt.
Oh, you're hurting me.
I'm gonna take a sticky stick off the wall. Just
Keep stinging.
Ow.
Stinging.
Does that do anything?
What?
She took a stick and poked the book.
Fucking.
I'm gonna take a stick and like pull it off the shelf.
Oh my fucking
You
god.
wouldn't be able, I mean, how would you do it with a stick? They're really compact in these shelves.
Like, so there's the ledges.
Put the
Oh,
first
you're
one
wanting to-
there.
First of all, where are you finding the stick?
There's probably like sticks.
I do
everywhere.
have a 10-foot pole.
I mean, there are like
Of course.
vines and things
I'm
like
not gonna
that.
help with that
But
though.
they're all
There's trees.
sort of
I'm not
flimsy.
using my
There's
rope with
trees. There
useful
must be
items, so that's-
sticks on the ground, much like the backyard.
Are you gonna try to break one off?
Don't.
Well, if they're on the ground,
There's no sticks on the ground.
there's no sticks on the
Go ahead, do it.
There
Okay.
are vines, there are like roots, but no sticks just
I'm
laying
gonna
on the
use my
ground.
sickle.
Sure, you can attempt to.
Oh
Okay,
no.
I'm gonna use that and I'm gonna like grab the ledge of the book and just kind of like knock it on the ground.
Okay, so you grab your sickle and put it to the book.
Sickle's gonna fucking blow up.
You take 10 second damage as the energy is transferred from the book to your sickle to your hand.
At least your sickle didn't get destroyed. That's what I was thinking was gonna happen.
See, I didn't-
I know it's magical, but
You get the sense if you're not supposed to read these, you're gonna get hurt.
yeah. I mean, Hal figured that out when he touched it with a finger.
Alright.
He didn't even pull it out. He just poked it.
This isn't fair.
Good doctor, we're all gonna
Just
rope
go
up,
back.
head back.
Head back.
That was
Alright.
hurt.
Okay,
I'm staring
So,
off into the office.
you all grab
camera.
onto your ropes, come up with your chain or
Oh wait.
quarter.
Well, I guess it wouldn't. Well, you could be playing with me. I'm gonna look around to see if I find a stone, a sandbag, or a helm.
Make a perception.
If you ask Hal to look for that, he can also look at
If
it.
you wouldn't mind assisting me, you'll know it when you see it. I'm looking for a rock, a helm, and a sandbag.
Alright. I'll let you go first with a +1.
Are you giving me a help action?
Yes.
Ooh,
Alright.
perception.
Yeah.
I rolled 25.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Well, I rolled with a +1. I got a 19.
I would like to point out the rock, if possible.
The what?
The rock. If
What
I
rock?
see one.
Okay. Don't find anything regarding that. But as you start to sort of look around, you do notice that as you're walking past these bookshelves,
They're not
every
books.
title pulls you in. There are titles about practical exercises and surgeries to increase speed in undead subjects. There are titles about rigor mortis, how to exploit stiffness. There are books about agility and toughness. There are books about historical documents like the Endless specifically.
Did we
See
see that
books.
too?
Huh?
Did we see those same titles?
No.
Good doctor can't help himself, and he's kind of like touched the bookshelf, like ready to get fucked up.
Okay. You touch the bookshelf, nothing happens.
The fuck!
I think you're
I'm
supposed
gonna
to know
look
this.
at-
Ryo's actual
You see, like, the good doctor touched it, and he stops for a moment, and he looks at, like, everyone around him. He goes, "We may need to be here for a while."
Sounds good.
Does
Good doctor pulls. Oh. Alright, is there... There's probably a fuck ton of books, isn't there?
Oh yeah. Thousands.
Good doctor is going to pull one... What did you say? Were those specific? Or were you just kind of like...
There are all kinds of subjects that circulate around your desire to be.
Okay, then yeah, the doctor just pulls off a book and he gets to reading.
Okay, so yeah, you pull open a book and open it. It is blank.
The good doctor kind of opens and he's like,
is it blank to me if I look over
step at
it?
a time. And he puts the book back.
Okay.
How long are we gonna be here?
No, I mean the book was blank.
Do the
Are you
ti-
gonna go through any
are there titles?
No,
for us,
I'm
or
willing to assume
are they just
that-
blank?
You notice the titles, yeah.
Alright. The doctor puts it back. He goes, one step at a time. And
Interesting books.
yes. You already were in my field.
Yes.
New.
Alright. Start heading back.
Okay, so pull out the rope, set the skeletons, what remain of them ahead, find the bridge, cross it carefully, get to the other side, walk the 100-foot hallway, and get to the door and enter into the oddly enough comfortable scenery of the dungeon kind of juxtaposed to what you just
Yeah.
witnessed.
Alright.
I mean,
Sort of feeling of home.
When we're free, I'm gonna say, good doctor. I
Yes.
would like to speak with you on these matters in private sometime.
It's understandable. Alright. Where to next? I mean, was there any other paths that we could have taken along this hall?
It seems like the hallway ends.
Well, I mean, like, was there a path that we missed?
When you first entered in this hallway, there were 2 hallways that you didn't go down previous. You were sort of beelining it right to where you had noticed.
Should we check to see if we can find the rest of Herrera's men?
Okay.
I think they're all
Okay, I remember. Alright, so I have the map pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
dead. Man.
here's, I know it's terrible for everyone.
Oh, I see. It looks nice.
So, so there's the portcullis that we went through.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hall. We took a right immediately, we didn't go left.
Yeah.
This is the mushroom.
Okay.
So,
Go
This
back
is
up
just
to
a-
that other
yeah.
hall,
you want to keep going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
or go straight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we head down that.
You know what I should have.
Okay.
You know what I
Gotcha.
should have done? I should have pulled out my lantern revealing in that room.
Ooh, that would have been good.
Okay. So as you
Or
sort
my
of
wand of secrets.
head back down the hallway,
Right,
pass
right.
by the butcher's room, and you
Find
can't help but like force yourself to like look in and just recall what happened not many hours ago. Wind your way back up and take that right down that hallway that you haven't been to, and it goes into a very long, what looks to be like a chow hall room. You see that there are 2 20-foot like stone tables that are in the middle of the room with matching stone benches. The room smells awful. It smells like just horribly decayed meat.
For worse.
You do see the closest stone table to you has what seem to be layers and layers of slime, mold, and stains. The rest of the tabletops are pretty clean, but this specific end to this table is just atrocious. You do see on the sort of perimeter of the room, there are other tables where there are bodies that are strapped to the tops of the tables in several different phases of decomposition, each with a note stapled to the bottom of their left foot.
I'm gonna go read the note.
Yeah, I'm gonna start reading some notes.
Okay, so as you start reading the notes, whomever wrote this would write basically jokes about the person's lives, about how it's better off that they are manticore food, and just sort of handle in the fact that this is sort of a hilarious situation.
Hal's just disgusted by it.
Ryo's actually cackling at
But whoever wrote these notes took the time to understand the personal details of these people's lives.
I'm gonna roll a perception check in the room, and I'm gonna pull out my lantern and revealing.
I'll roll an investigation.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20 for
Okay.
the Dr. Ezekiel.
Let's see, for my perception, 19.
Alright, so as you both kind of join forces and pretty closely match each other in your level of detail, it kind of seems like that's it to the room.
Alright.
Are there any like alcoves or anything?
With that dirty 20, I'm gonna look for like surgical tools. So it look like.
Do you need surgical tools?
Um,
I'll say that you do find it's pretty clean, but you do find in like the groutwork of the stone floor traces of this slime that sort of exit out the room
Ooh, am I able to follow it?
for a little bit, and then as it leaves the room, it sort of just thins out to the
So-
point where you can't see it.
What was the general direction it was going?
It's heading up, so it would be in that direction where you guys wait, like if you would go back into the Manticore Den.
Oh, where the portcullis was?
Right.
Yeah.
There's still a hall we didn't go down.
There is another room up there.
Alright,
I guess we should go towards that direction.
we should. God, this place is fucking.
I could use my wand of secrets.
How many more uses?
I have 3 uses today.
If you'd like, I don't believe there's anything else here. I do believe this is just a operating theater.
Yes, but
I can use detect magic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use detect magic.
Okay. As you cast Detect Magic, you get a heavy sense of conjuration.
It feels like conjuration.
Ouch.
Ouch. It could be that I use the corpses to summon something.
possibly.
I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, I guess I will use. Well, I charge my wand of secrets in here to see if there's a hidden door beneath, like maybe one of the tables.
Hold on a second, what time is it?
What time is it?
Actually, as you are looking around this room and sort of piecing things together, and you notice that there's conjuration, you see in front of the table, you hear this as these massive piles of meat slap onto the table, dropping seemingly from thin air and sort of slosh all around the floor of the table and all on the table.
That's the conjuration. It's
10 a.m. That's when
10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m.
Just a pile of meat.
Pile of meat, huge pile of meat.
Roll a medicine
Well, I
check
suppose
on it.
there's no
Sure, see what it
secret
is.
here. I don't need to use my wand.
Can we go beat said meat?
18.
18. It looks primarily like venison is what you like close to meat.
This is. The good doctor looks like physically perplexed, like. There's no rhyme or reason to this. This is deer meat. This is just a pile of deer meat.
Perhaps the bad mage
That's some of the best meat.
is little tricks.
This is. I'm done with this place.
As am I. How's I start walking till the new day?
Yeah, we just go. We just leave.
I was thinking, dear, it's down there.
Gross, clean it up. Anyways. Alright.
God takes the deer meat and puts it in his bag.
Okay, you can have that in his inventory.
Yep, it's in the
Don't
other-
explain it, just hand him a character sheet that I played to see when he notices.
This dear meat.
Is it like a
It'll be
pound?
sessions later.
Pound?
Huh?
Look at like a
How
pound.
much you want to get? Alright, shoot him grab.
5 pounds of deer meat.
Sure. Smoke it. We got him.
Alright, yeah, we head down the hall. We haven't been in yet.
Okay.
He does have the butcher thing, so you know it's
So you head down the hallway and it takes a right and then a left and then it ends up in this sort of a small room compared to all the rooms that you've seen thus far. And you see a pile of what seems to be very similar venison that is in one corner. But all along the perimeter of the walls, about 5 feet up, you see random streaks of like what seems to be crimson, like thrown crimson. But there's nothing in this room other than a small pile of that same meat.
In this other room too. Just all meat. There's a lot of meat.
I would.
What if this is what the vampires are eating?
I'm going to have to say that the butcher was bringing in this meat and pulling it around.
But
Is
where is
this
it
what
coming
the
from?
vampires are eating in their stew? Is this
I-
dinner?
No, they would have to have gotten past the manticores. Nothing was. This is just
Discarded meat?
meat for meat's sake. Can I roll an Arcana check on the meat?
What would be conjuring it there though?
Have some guidance.
I mean, what are you trying to? You're guiding him. What are you trying to?
See if this is like, I don't know the actual, it's like mana meat or something, but see if this is like succulent meat. Or is this, because there's some conjured foods that are just for taste, they just taste good.
Oh, sure.
I
Roll
basically
a
say,
basic intelligence check. Yeah.
can I add Arcana?
Sure.
Sweet.
+3.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yup.
Okay, so yeah, add your D20, your intelligence modifier, and then your Arcana
And then a
proficiency.
+3.
Yeah, so that's a 27.
Okay. As God gets ready to put a slab of meat into his pocket, you sort of grab his wrist gently and sort of look at it and take it in between your thumbs, and you sort of spread it out, and you can see like the gristle, and you can see the tendons. I mean, this looks like real meat. It doesn't look like it looks 100% real.
Where is all this?
Why is
Venison
there
coming
so
from?
much venison?
There's a lot of deers dying somewhere.
Yes,
That's going on a t-shirt. Why is there so much venison? That's too much venison. Too
On the
much
bright side, Earth's men have just found an infinite supply of food. Oh, I just don't understand why there's so much meat.
Are you hungry?
Does it smell good? Am I like?
Do you think when
It smells
these
like
portals open
It
up,
smells like
drop
meat.
it,
I mean,
we
it's
could go
got like
kill
that
it?
kind of like iron smell to
It's
it.
up above.
I don't think it's a portal, because he said it just appeared, or just fell. Alright.
Something.
Suppose we head, because there's no more, those are all dead ends, right?
From what you can tell, yeah.
Actually, no, the good doctor
I'm gonna feel up the wall.
grabs some of the meat and he's gonna throw it where it leads to the streaks of crimson.
Okay, so you grab. Okay, so you grab meat, go into the room, throw it against the wall, and it just lays down on the floor.
Are we throwing meat now?
I had assumed that there was some sort of recycling mechanic. Nope.
Just meat?
The good doctor kind of like adjusts his hat, and he just kind of stands there for a minute and he nods. Why? And he's like nods.
He's gonna pat. Hal's gonna pat you on the back.
He's like, all right, I'm done.
It's
I
okay.
do not wish to be here for such frivolous, useless waste. This makes no sense. None of this pieces together. It just rots here.
This is how I break the good doctor, is just a simple puzzle,
Maybe.
and like, go fuck yourself.
So Hal is gonna use his wand of secret charge in here. One of his charges in here.
In which room?
The one that we're currently in.
Okay, well, we're kind of going between the two.
This is the one where
Where the crimson's on the wall?
yeah.
Yeah. That comes
Okay, so you cast your wand of secrets,
And he can go
and it
over
sort
the traps.
of, it just sort of circulates, like rotates towards you, and then just fizzles out. This is a point hitting.
Just rotate towards me.
Like you cast it, and it, like you see this like arcane spark that like
Yeah.
rotates counterclockwise in front of you, and then it just sort of fizzles out.
Okay. Looks like there's no secrets in this room. I'm gonna pull my lantern revealing.
Okay. You pull out your lantern revealing, and as you get to the back corner, you don't see anything. I'm just fucking with you. It's
I figured.
totally
I already saw that.
We go back to
Terrible
the
actor.
meat, go back to the meat room, try the lantern revealing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So look around. Doesn't seem.
This Dio, is this a vestige
Yes.
of the original? Yep. Okay. Okay, I see why you hated it so much. This is.
Oh no, this makes sense. It does.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like, this
No.
is so stupid. I'm
No,
just
no, no.
gonna leave it in
This
there.
totally makes sense.
Hal is going
No,
to.
okay, I don't know if you're fucking with me now.
100%. This totally makes
I
sense.
have heard you say that before.
100%
And
this
then
makes sense.
fucking, when you're shuffling the deck, go 100%, I'm not cheating, as I want you to cheat.
Twice.
What are you
Twice.
talking about?
I would.
Don't let him shuffle cards.
Okay. I would like to.
You're allowed to do it in this game. I'm just saying that. I would not cheat in a normal card game. That's either here or there. What are y'all doing?
Can I eat raw venison?
Sure.
Is that like a thing? When I get sick, I'm half dragon.
Take a bite.
I suppose I should test something here.
Well, you haven't used the Wand of Secrets in this room yet.
You're right. I have.
Go ahead.
That'll be 2 charges down, right? Yeah. I'll do it.
Okay. So you cast it in that same sort of counterclockwise.
Son of a bitch, Dio does this.
I have 1 more charge.
Okay.
Hal's just gonna grab a piece of meat and take a little bite.
Okay. So you take a little piece and chew on it for a little bit. It tastes like.
I
Has Hal ever had venison?
I would assume so.
Probably. I
Venison would be
mean, it's
pretty
pretty
He
popular.
traveled. He traveled as a druid for a while. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, well, if you traveled as a druid, you probably wouldn't have had venison.
No, I mean he eats it.
Like a druid does.
Yeah.
Typical druid
No,
behavior is
no,
to.
he wouldn't have that.
Yeah. I mean, it just it tastes normal.
I think a druid would eat deer. I think it'd be a lot more like.
It depends on what kind of practice as a druid. Like if you're there to protect nature, or you're like this is the balance of things.
I think like
You can have two different perspectives. Ryo abandoned a weasel and was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna act like it doesn't exist." So we know what kind of practice Ryo belongs to.
it's the balance of things.
That was
Ryan has
formal.
really bad ADHD.
And how
and
how
she
only
abandoned her child.
how only used it to try to find his purpose when he was studying the stars. That's why he's circling the stars.
Its purpose is in your bloody hands.
Alright, the good doctor is like, well, maybe he's gonna command his help to move the meat into the other room.
From the room that is on the table into
Yeah.
the other room?
Yep.
Okay, so it's gonna take them several trips. How much time do you want to dedicate to
The
this?
good doctor will help.
I will help. God will
I
help.
wonder if I
God will
can cook
help.
it with produced
With a
meat.
couple of
Yes.
big arm loads, I would say maybe an hour and a half, you guys can unload all of this meat into the other room.
Okay, well now this isn't.
And I think I'm being conservative. I'm being helpful.
Well, now I feel like this isn't what we're supposed to. I'm so
I
confused,
put it all in my bag of holding and then I drop it.
Just put it in the hole.
The hole.
Oh, I can't
Can we
dump
kick
the
it into the
hole.
hole?
Oh yeah, you can't like dump it.
I mean, there would be no point, and it would also take up important space. I don't know.
We
why
don't
is there
need
so
the
much
meat.
meat?
We don't need the
Can I move the tables?
They're heavy stone tables. They're 20-foot by 5-foot stone tables.
Good doctor.
If God helps me, can we push together?
Okay, I'm gonna roll an Arcana check on the slam table, or investigation check on it.
That's where the meat dropped.
Okay. Okay, well, no,
So you get the sense that that
just
slime
keeps
that
dropping.
buildup
Yeah.
it keeps dropping in the same place.
What if we move the table?
Is
fucking no. This
I'm
does
gonna-
it look like it's being
Let's
kicked
investigate
back
the
off
bodies.
the table then?
Is this the meat from the manticores?
I'm gonna investigate the bodies a little more.
Okay.
See like how they might have died.
Okay, wait, real quick before. Describe the second room again.
It's like a square room,
Yeah.
totally empty. It has a small pile of the same meat that is in the other room, and there are streaks of crimson, like violently sort of thrown around the perimeter of the room.
How long does it
Like
seem like that
blood.
meat's been sitting there in that room?
Make an intelligence check.
12?
Or maybe that would be more wisdom.
Either way.
Either way.
15?
It's
Would that be animal handling?
No, that would not be animal. It's a very different check.
More like survival.
Maybe a day and a half, 2 days. It's not spoiled, but it's not.
So someone's been down here recently.
It was the butcher, I would assume. The good doctor's gonna check the streaks and roll investigation check. See if there's like, is there like a pattern to them or anything? Does it just look like chaos?
Make a perception check, yeah.
Investigation.
Sure. If you're looking for
You're a
a-
plus 2.
Eat my meat.
Okay, yeah, then that's 30-30.
A dirty 30
Okay.
30-30.
Delicious.
What did you
Oh
do?
wait, 28, I'm sorry.
for intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. The good doctor, with his obsession, is going to start to piece this together.
What the fuck is this?
This can't be just me.
Here are the facts. Here's what we know. The big pile of meat seems to appear at a certain time. And there are streaks of it leaving this room. And there is a massive buildup. So it's obviously not just today. This happens a lot. And there is a similar small pile in this room. This is the area of the dungeon that you had seen the troll run out of. So, with your background and your knowledge, maybe the troll worked for the manticores to collect this meat and give it to them, and his deal would he would get a little side.
Okay, see, I was worried that's what it was, and it's still the good doctor like pieces together.
But you know you're wrong, and you'll never forget.
The good doctor still feels very upset by this. The realization that he feels a little better that it's
just that simple.
Yeah. What did you figure out?
It was the troll. The meat still just appears for no reason. It just happens that the Manicore and the trolls capitalized on it.
As you're exploring the dungeon, I'm gonna start doing that. Every
I don't like-
yeah, on this other side of the road. You're
I can
Fucking
accept
me!
it, but I
That's
wanna know where
everywhere!
it's coming from.
Huh?
I want to know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
What the fuck is conjuring?
I don't know. It's
Figure
just
that
meat. I don't really care at this point.
Let's
just
go
wanna
back
eat.
to the other
Yes,
things.
let's go back, please.
I will hyperfixate.
I would honestly rather eat a heart. I'm going to go back and eat a heart.
I didn't know this was gonna
A
ruin
what?
friendships.
How does this? Oh, what?
I'm going to go back and eat a heart. And the good doctor walks out and he's gonna head back to the
I'm
other
curious as to what this is.
I'm following the good dog.
He's gonna follow.
Right, yeah, we head back to the Undertaker.
So you
Okay.
heart?
Yes. I have a heart.
So
I'm going to
past
eat
the
it.
manticores,
I'm gonna see
past
if we
the
can remove my
hallway,
connection
you
to the
walk
shadow.
past the
wanted to.
still
How?
dagger
It's
in
not
the
hard.
throat and like just charred eldritch blasted fucking Undertaker that's on the
Good
wall.
doctor pulls out his knife.
Yeah, so as you're walking, like no eye
Casually,
contact, just
good.
grabs it, and you hear like the sort of flesh rip out, clean it off, put it back.
Oh
in.
wait, that was a zombie. That was one of the zombies I got.
That's the Undertaker.
The Undertaker that I just pulled the knife out of?
Yeah.
that was a zombie.
Oh yeah, you put him in the hole.
Yeah, that's
because
right. He,
I had one corpse in the hole, and then I had that corpse. I raised them both as zombies.
Oh,
That's right, yeah.
Oh, you just said you raised two. Okay, I didn't know you raised him.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
He was the second one, so I'm out of normal corpses. I have skeletons now.
Gotcha.
So I
Okay.
have one zombie, one skeleton.
My mistake. Okay. So, head back. Doors unlocked, which you're kind of used to at this point. So walk through. Room's empty. What are you guys doing? And just continuing back to Earth Trials.
so how does a heart?
It's a tiefling's heart. If I eat it, it should, it's a hypothesis.
Can I see this heart?
When we go to sit down, I do show him the actual beating heart.
It's beating.
It's beating, yes.
Roll medicine check on this beating heart.
I already have. I've
I House wants to like. He's perplexed.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Oh, that was garbage, anyways. That would be a 14.
What are you trying to?
Find out how this heart is beating. He was just using a medicine check.
I mean, yeah, it's not. It's. This isn't normal. Poke.
It's a
Poke.
vampire
Yeah.
part.
You want to eat this?
Yes.
Is it safe for you to eat if it's a thing?
I will assume so. I'm going to eat it regardless.
I will watch you eat it.
Okay. Please write notes in case anything happens.
I will absolutely.
Taking
you
out my
need me to
flip
be
phone.
there for you?
Actually, yes. Oh, no. You wouldn't. I would prefer if you didn't see me. No one else.
When are you gonna eat this heart? Now?
You can trust me.
It's.
After what we've seen, especially.
Venison meat.
That's a good point. What do you? I don't know. I don't think so. It's good enough. If you roll really, really well.
Natural 20.
Are you serious?
With a +3.
What are you trying to figure out?
He's trying to persuade the good doctor to let him see without his mask so he makes
Oh.
him kill himself.
Pretty pleased with the cherry on
So
top?
that's a 25.
With the 23?
I would need someone besides Elimae to make sure I didn't die.
Alright.
So the good doctor takes you two, not Ryo. He doesn't trust Ryo.
Or Gob.
Or Gob. You really? It's because you can heal him.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Touch.
Touch. I'm going to touch you now.
This is
Press the Midas touch.
This is consensual. You heard it.
And you've already heard what the good doctor's face looks like,
Yes.
so I won't describe it. But yeah,
Oh.
where's a private place that we could go? There's nowhere in Urcharles area, is there?
I thought he had like a little zone you can.
I mean, there is the area that Elimae has used is the hallway that leads to the main chamber of the Charles
Let's go to
area.
Ferrara's previous room.
But
They had people in there.
We can head back to the Basilisk area.
We could.
That's
far enough away as
That's
well.
also our room.
Yeah, okay.
so if
Okay.
you wanted to, you could just go from where you are into the Manticore Den and then straight down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that.
We'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, entering in the well-known. You guys have already been here a couple of times actually.
Ask that you guys stay outside. But yeah, the good doctor pulls out the lead box, takes out the heart, and he is gonna take a very grisly bite out of it.
Okay.
You don't want some salt or anything?
So the first bite that you
Season.
taste, it is very unpleasant. It is
Gotta get to the core.
extremely like chewy, and it has this really dark, I know like a color, but like it has this dark taste of just like
When you have like really, really dark meat, it's
Yeah.
just like it just tastes like a bunch of blood.
yeah.
How's massaging you while you're doing it? Don't worry.
As you start, you
Then
consume
take out
like
the
the
room.
top half of it though. You sort of lose sight on the taste. The taste becomes secondary. You realize you feel more agile and more resilient. And you almost start to like you can't help yourself, but your hand starts to just force this in, and you're almost like choking on pieces because you're trying to consume this so quickly.
Take it easy.
And you finish, and you're just hyper focused on yourself. You're listening to your breath. You're watching your chest rise and fall, and then there's a moment where like you can't breathe. And it starts to hurt a lot, and you feel this sink in your stomach, and then you come to, and almost like when you like zone out and then come to, like that kind of shock of reality. You take a deep breath in. Something is different. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't think I'm proficient in that, but I do have a pretty high constitution, so.
That's a nat one.
You immediately vomit everywhere. And pass out. We'll end it there.
I was gonna wake him up.
That's upsetting, dude. That's like the second really bad nat one. Like, how is it that
The good doctor has had some shit happen to him this episode. This has been a shit sandwich for the doctor.
Yeah. Like,
A fat shit sandwich.
Fat shit sandwich.
what 3 spirits did they take?
All three of them.
I have 12. I gave them 3.
Oh,
Well
gotcha.
I have the ghost and the bride, the baron, the hanged man, and the thing.
You said the 3, so I'm gonna let you pick.
Okay. I gave.
But just be consciously aware that if you sweeten the pot, you know what I mean? That's up to you though.
I'm gonna give him some pretty good ones.
Okay. Alright, so we'll finish that up, and we will see you guys next Thursday. Oh boy. I feel like I say that every episode, like going forward, but like these have been some heavy hitters back to back to back.
Oh yeah, I'm so fucking upset.
This is fun. Alright guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
So upset.